Chastity, Maria, Sydney, Mackenzie, and Lucy. Well, hello, ladies. I'm Bella. I have a question for everyone. Why do you think rich men cheat? Control, attention, power. Here, you will learn how to gain ownership of all. Are you ready to take that step?
16 nominations. Not for a franchise, not for a remake, hell, not for a studio, but for one story that just wouldn't flinch. Sinners makes history, and Hollywood has no choice but to pay attention. This is not just awards buzz. This is the Academy recognizing bold writing, fearless performances, and a screenplay that trusted its audience. Tonight on Real Talk, we're going to be breaking down all the major category nominations, what this means for the industry, and why Sinners might just be one of the most important scripts of the decade. And our special guest is a creator who knows what it means to build a voice and protect it. Writer, producer, and actor Cecily Gooden will be sitting in with the council. This is about story. This is about risk. This is Real Talk. Coming at you.
You tune in to Real Talk. Film. Facts. And the realness behind the reels. It's the director, Wes Clark. Lights. Camera. Conversation, let's go. We keep it real, that's real talk. Breaking down the game, no filter, just talk. From the classes to the blockbusters. Trust us, you can love us, you can hate us, but don't forget about us. So we keep it real, that's real talk. Breaking down the game, no filter, just talk. From the classes to the blockbusters. Trust us, you can love us, you can hate us, but don't forget about us.
Hey, what's up? It's Logan Browning, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director. Hi, this is Alana Della Garza, and you're listening to Real Talk with the Director.
Hi, I'm Diane Franklin from Better Off Dead and Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventures. You're listening to Real Talk with the Director.
Hey, I'm Stormy Maya, and you are listening to Real Talk with the Director.
Hi, this is Monique Free. You are watching Real Talk with the Director.
This is Vicky Judy, Orange is the New Black, and I'm here with Real Talk.
Yo, what up? This is Jay Ellis, and you're watching Real Talk with the Director.
Hey, I'm Issa Rae. You're watching Real Talk with the Director on Downhouse Radio.
We keep it real.
All I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Nothing more and nothing less. What's going on? Welcome back to Real Talk. Where's my my little frame here? What happened to that? That just disappeared. Okay, let's find the frame. See if we can get it back in here. There you go. All right. I don't know why that disappeared. Welcome back to another edition of Real Talk with the Director and the Jedi Council. I'm the Director. And I hope you guys hang out with us for a little bit. Real Talk is brought to you each and every day by B2S Media. We broadcast live via the World Wide Web on IE Network YouTube/IE Network TV and Facebook and Instagram. Shout out to the people over there on Instagram. We appreciate y'all joining us. Yes. Let me bring where's my headphones? My headphones is acting crazy. But yeah, man, so tonight we got a good show. Obviously, we're going to be talking sinners. Everybody's been talking sinners. So obviously the word is out, the 16 nominations, making history for the Oscars. Now we have to see how they're going to capitalize off of this. Hopefully, hopefully they walk away with a few of them. 16 nominations, man. For it to be considered I mean, anything's a success. I know they're gonna say that, but you gotta walk away with some. You gotta walk away with some. I mean, those technical categories, I can see them getting. Cinematography to me should be a lock. There is no other film that I've seen this year that was cinematically shot better than Sinners, in my opinion. None of them. One battle was nice, has had nice, but it did not match up to Sinners cinematography wise. To me, it should be a lock. Original screenplay should be a lock because the only one that was going to challenge it would have been One Battle, but it turns out that One Battle after another, I think that's an adapted. Because it's I remember DiCaprio saying in an interview that it was adapted from something. So I think he should get best screenplay for sure. Ruth Carter always doing her thing with costume design. They'll probably get casting, but I don't be surprised if One Battle gets the new category for casting because it did have a good cast. It had a good cast. So what I'm pulling for is for Ryan Coogler to take home the best director. They're not getting best picture. That's probably gonna go to One Battle or maybe Marty Supreme. I hope it don't go to Marty Supreme, but because that wasn't better than One Battle either. So I don't know. I'm pretty much caught up on all of them. I have to watch Hamnet again because I just couldn't get through it, man. I mean, Hamnet was boring. I was trying to watch it, but I'm gonna get through it before the Oscars come on. Shout out to my movie crew. We usually do every year we do an Oscars pool, and every year I lose. I come this close to winning and then I lose. So we're doing our Oscars pool again, and it's hard to, I'm selected with my heart, not my head. So I got to start thinking, will the Academy let this win, or should I just select it because that's what I want? But sometimes you get extra points if you do like a wild card. If you select something that nobody is really selecting to win, you get more points. So, but anyway, we'll talk about that. And today on Inside the Writer's Room, I actually downloaded the script for Sinners, and we'll go into why this movie worked so well, why it's talked about, why people kept going back to see it, and what made it so good as a script. Because you got the average person who didn't really see, or understand, or whatever you want to call it. And I'm not gonna insult the intelligence, but say they didn't understand it, but for whatever reason they didn't get it, and they're just like, it's a vampire movie, so what, and there's so much more than that, as we know. We'll deep dive a little bit on that. Also, in a little bit when she pops up in the green room, we do have a guest that we'll have on. We'll have her on the early part of the show. So, I don't want to keep people up. And if she wants to hang out, she can. She is a writer. She is an actor as well and a producer. She just produced, and she has a new film that's streaming on Tubi as well as Amazon Prime. So once she gets on, we will bring her on. And so ask her some questions, some writers' questions and stuff like that. So should be fun. Should be fun. Should be fun. Weekend recap is brought to you by boxofficemojo.com. This is for the weekend of, this is the top 5 for the weekend of January 23rd through the 25th. Hopefully everybody is out there. You're warm and cozy, and I know it's been, snowing and blizzards and all this stuff all across America. Down here in Georgia, where we are, we ain't get no snow, which I'm good. I'm happy. I'm happy about that. No snow, but yeah, it's cold. It's about 20 something degrees outside, so that's it though. Ain't no snow. All y'all out there messing with the snow, Godspeed. God bless you. Um, this is why I left New York because I can't. I was shoveling snow when I decided I'm leaving New York. That was 10 years ago. So good luck, y'all. So the weekend recap brought to you by BoxOfficeMojo.com, January 23rd through the 25th. Number 5, Marty Supreme, one of the uh, Oscar favorites. That made another 3.5 million, bringing the worldwide total to $109 million. There you go. Number 4 is The Housemaid, still making some money. I see. 3.9 million. That is the Sydney Sweeney joint. And Amanda Seyfried thriller, psychological thriller, whatever you want to call it. It's a thriller, drama. It's not really psychological thriller. Well, it's at $220.6 million worldwide. Good for them. And then you have number 3, Zootopia 2, still making money. I know that's crossed a billy a long time ago. 5.3 over the weekend at $1.7 billion. Yo, they trying to get to the 2 billy. Avatar, speaking of Billy, Avatar Fire and Ash, $6.4 million. And that is now at 1.3 billion dollars. Wow. They make it. Them and Zootopia just going head to head. And number 1 for this weekend is Mercy. 10.8 million over the opening weekend. It just opened at that. It only has 1 million international, so that puts it at 11 million worldwide. And there you have it. Mercy. That is your weekend recap brought to you by BoxOfficeMojo.com. So we appreciate y'all chilling and hanging out with us, and we're going to move on with the show. Like I said before, we have our guest, and I see she's in the green room, so that's what's up. We're gonna get her on, and as we wait on Kev. But first, before I do that, you know how we do. I brought my Jedi Council with me. You don't believe me? Here they are. Ralph, Kev, y'all in the building. Welcome back, gentlemen.
Yeah, let's talk snubby snubs.
Yeah, let's talk. I'm stuck in the snow. It's cold
Yes.
out here in New Jersey.
You stuck in the snow. Oh man, hey, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't rubbing nothing in. Yeah.
You better be quiet. Don't get hung.
Don't say
Don't get hung up on. I'm inside and I'm cold.
Yeah,
Because
that's crazy. Yeah. Oh, and shout out to my girl Alanis Sophia. She is actually singing the national anthem tonight for the Bulls game. I think she's singing it with her cast of the Miss Doubtfire musical.
Oh, dope.
That's what's up. Yo. Shout out to her, Alanis. I wanted to turn it on. I think it's on Prime tonight. So check that out. It's the Bulls game. Also, shout out to Derrick Rose. Just got his jersey lifted into the rafters of the Bulls. So that's what's up. So yeah, man. Let's go ahead and also bring on our guests for the evening. And of course, we also have our what I like to call our regulars. They're not even guests anymore. We got Bruce, my man Bruce Penn, of course, director, filmmaker, and of course, our our boy.
Boy,
Perez.
yes.
I don't know. You getting feedback?
I don't know. You getting feedback, brother?
So I'm gonna mute your mic until you get that settled. But also, our guest tonight, man, like I said at the top of the show, she is a writer, she is a producer, and she's an actor. She has her new film, What About Your Friends, is now streaming number one on Tubi in several categories, I might add. Streaming on Tubi right now. So y'all can check it out. It's also on Amazon. So y'all get ready to check that out. But I definitely wanted to bring her. This is a good show to bring her on because we're going to be talking about writing, right? And she is a writer. So let's bring her on right now. Cecily Gooden, welcome to the show.
Hi.
And, hey, how
Hello.
you doing? A second.
Hello. Welcome.
I'm getting you here. Let's get you over here. Boom. There you go.
Hi.
Hey, welcome. Appreciate you coming on. And congratulations on his one thing I'll say. We're all filmmakers here. And the first thing, I think I can speak for everyone when I say congratulations, because it is hard to finish a film and get a film out. So congrats just on that alone.
Thank you.
Right. And I wanna spend a little time and you kind of share with the Jedi Council. That's what we call ourselves. We're the Jedi Council. First I'll introduce all of them to you. So Ralph, introduce yourself to Cece.
Good evening or afternoon, CC. I'm Ralph Terry, one of the Jedi Councils, and welcome to the show.
Hi, Ralph.
Yes. Kev, what you got, brother? Kev? And now he's gone. Kev be having some bad problems with this thing. But I'll just do the intros myself. And we have Bruce Penn. Bruce Penn is one of the council, but we not calling him master yet, because he hasn't joined.
He said, "Oh no."
He said, "Oh no." Bruce, what's up, man?
How you doing? And congratulations to you, CC, on your continued success. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you.
Yeah. And my boy Tony Perez out there in California. He's got some audio problems too. I had to mute his mic because he was giving some feedback. There you go, bro. Can I hear you? Boy, they having some problems. Anyway, so let's get right into it. Cece, so you first tell us I watched the movie. I watched it a couple of times actually. Like I said, I'm very it's interesting that because a lot of movies that you see, independent movies, they don't make a runtime of 2 hours. So I was very interested in seeing how they gonna pull this off. 2 hours. I mean, 2 hours to meet.
The producers did too. They were worried too.
Yeah, they were worried. But yeah. So first off, give us a little something about yourself, where you from, and how you came up with the concept, or why you came up with the concept for What About Your Friends.
Okay. So my name is Cecily, but I go by Cecily Gooden, and I'm from Queens, New York. I heard you.
Oh, okay. New York.
We knowing that, yeah.
Queens, okay. See, I don't know why I thought you was from the D.
Because I lived here all my life, so I was born, but the early years we lived in the Bronx. So I actually remember my life in New York. So when I visit, it doesn't feel like a vacation. It feels like, oh, I'm back on the block.
Nice.
So I was raised in Detroit. And what up, though? Okay, I have my cardies, but I'm like, the reflection of the lights is just too much going on. But yeah, I was an actress. I'm a trained actress. I started not in high school. I knew I wanted to be an actress early, but I started training in 2011 at Michigan Actor Studio. And then it took off from there. I always knew I was going to write movies and just be a writer, but I didn't know like we didn't have Tubi and Amazon Prime. I'm 36, so we didn't have all of that growing up. I was like, okay, I got to make it first, and then you get in the business, then you get to connect, and then you go, you do all of that. So that was the plan. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna act first, and then at some point, Detroit became this big independent market, and like around the pandemic area, and I was just re-entering. I started re-entering the acting world in like 2022 because I was a podcast girl for like 5 years.
And that's right. It's the It Girl.
That's my latest one. That's the YouTube one. I did that. I did a whole ensemble podcast from 2019 until we wrapped 2024. I want to say, but I do my YouTube now. It Girl Uncensored. But in 2022, I was in a movie called Captured. And with a girl named Carmen Michelle, she wrote that movie. So she's with Urban Simplex. That's the production company that produced What About Your Friends. So shout out to Willie Will Luke III, and Howard and everyone. They've done Bad Girls 1 and 2, Rose Gold, Love Story for the Streets, That's Days in the algorithm.
Those Stories for the Streets.
Yeah, that's theirs. And so then you got What About Now? What About Your Friend? We got People Movers too. But I met Carmen, and that's how I met Will. So I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm seeing all these movies. I'm like, well, I can make a movie because my goal, I was trying to get to Cali. That used to be the goal before, like, and things are changing now. But I was like, well, let me go ahead and they like the movies that's out now, and they should really like this one, son. This is a no-brainer. I didn't think nothing of it. Like, it wasn't even I don't want to say a big deal, but because I'm surrounded by nothing but the actors on Tubi and everyone's in a movie, it didn't seem that huge at the time. It was just more so like, all right, I'm about to get this off so I can have passive income when I leave Detroit. That's the plan. And then I realized as time went on, I'm like, wait, I got something here. And so I presented the script to Will, and then he was on board immediately. And 2023 is when we signed the deal. And then 2024, so it's like March 2020. Actually, it's like March 2022 is when I met Will. March 2023 is when we signed the deal for the script. And then March 2024, April area is when we began about to like film stuff. And then now it's out now.
So let me ask you this. When did you come up with the concept for the script? So you obviously
2021
done when you presented it to Will, right?
Right. So 2021. So it's at the end of the movie it says in 11 memory of. So I had like two of my closest friends, Brian and Brittany. They both passed away that year in 2021, 3 months apart. And so it was kind of like, and I had a car accident that year. It was a lot going on that year. So during my sit down moments, I have so many different stories that I haven't finished, but the concept came from the guy that passed away, got arrested. So Brian, I took something small and just made it huge. So like his best friend, I dated in high school for like 2 weeks. Me and him were friends, but then like he ended up getting upset about us dating as we got older. Like it's so much. I just took something like that and dramatized it. Because I've been through so much in relationship wise, I've seen so much, I was able to create the story I was able to create and have the characters that I was able to have.
No, that's dope. I mean, I want
to tell the stories that we don't talk about. The people that run off.
Yeah, well, no, that's exactly. That's funny because you know what though, that was one of the questions that I had because it's more of a writer question. It's not specific on, and I'm not going to give away any of the movie to anybody. But just as a writer, how important is it, do you think, to tell stories that challenge the audience as opposed to comforting them? Because that story was messy. It was definitely messy.
I like to call it progressive toxicity. Okay? Because there's lessons in there, right?
There was some lessons in there.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to, and like you said, it was 2 hours. Clearly, I talk a lot. The producer was like, he had to cut down so much. Even before we revised the script, he had to cut down some things. And so I said, listen, I know it's long. It's going. if you don't trust me on nothing, trust me on this, because they're gonna follow along. It's very important for the audience to. Right now, of course, I had a friend of mine. He's an actor too. He's out in Atlanta and Cali. We had a debate. He don't like rom-com things. He likes thrillers and stuff like that. But there's more to the Black experience. I was like, you're absolutely correct. It is. But this is my arena. This is what I'm used to. But I don't want to tell a story just about cheating, because let's talk about how we got there, and let's talk about what happens when you have what looks like everything, like the main character Veronica. We can talk about that. Things like that is in the trailer. But let's talk about when she's not happy. What will make her go as far as saying, forget her boyfriend or friends? Like, I want to talk about the behind the scenes of that, because there's a build. You don't just get there like, okay, well, we're just going to start messing around and just say, forget our friends. Like, no, it has to be some type of history there. So I also wanted a mirror to what's happening right now, because this is the world that I live in. And and then what are we going to do about it? So you see, that's why I got her in therapy. She got to get help.
She needed therapy for sure. That therapy wasn't helping her, but I'm just saying. But also, I didn't mind the runtime, because you took the time to build the characters, because there's quite a few characters that you have to kind of, so you took a little time to build these characters. And when you have something that is like an ensemble cast, you need, as a writer, you need to make sure that people feel something for your characters. Like, they need to care about them. Yeah, they need to care about them.
This shit hit the fan. I want you to kind of like, all right, we got to feel a Trey. Trey is the funny man or whatever, And you got to feel a different one. Okay, Toya, she's the one that got it seem like she got it together. Kelsey, the one, because they really like Kelsey until that scene.
Yeah.
And still low key like Kelsey. They don't want to, but it's because
they like Kelsey because her and Trey was her man, right?
That was her man.
Yeah, they were good. They were a cool couple, because they were that modern couple, because people be doing the poly stuff today, and they doing the threesomes, and they open relationships. So that was a good couple to put in there, and having the dynamic. Like, once again, I like when movies. I don't like shock factor for the sake of shock factor. I like when movies, it makes sense, and it's actually not afraid to make the viewer uncomfortable. That's kind of, it's funny. That's kind of related to our main topic tonight when we talk about Sinners. Sinners, the dialogue and things like that, it was unapologetic, because it made some people feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Even with the dialogue, what was the big talk of the town when the movie first came out was, you have Haley Steinfeld, who people saw grow up as an actor on camera, on screen, and now she's talking. She a full grown adult now, and she talking like one. And that's and it made some people uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But that's okay. So that's what, bringing it back to your script and your movie, there was things in there that some people are not going to be comfortable with.
I want to make a movie where you know or see somebody in this movie, or you are. Like Kelsey. Yeah. Kelsey is, I didn't plan on even playing Kelsey. I was supposed to be Veronica. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I wrote Veronica.
You wrote that for yourself, but it ended up going to somebody else.
Because I haven't my lead role yet. So that was the purpose of it. Of course, when I want to go with the production company, they go with what they want to go with. It's a decision. So when they were like, listen, you can have any other female part, it just set for the lead. Of course, I fought for myself about 15, 20 minutes, because it wouldn't be good if I did it. I need you to explain to me in detail on why not, and then we'll move forward. So then I was like, oh, I'll be Tina or Toya. Yeah. And then a year later, they're like, okay, so you're Kelsey. I'm just like, what? But it was easy for
Kelsey was a fun character, though.
Kelsey's a fun character, but Kelsey's near dear to my heart, because I know Kelsey. I've seen Kelsey's. I know. Okay. I have references. So Kelsey's a very important character.
It was easy for you to channel her.
You have that toxic friend that you know damn well. It's kind of like, how are you still friends? Or they've been there for a long time, or they're unfiltered. Yeah. Everyone has that. It's just like,
everyone has an unfiltered friend. Yeah, that's true. I mean, hey, it's but she's a fun character. Her and her man, they were both fun characters. Um, then you have I saw you had Ebony Tate's in there, and I've met and interviewed Ebony Tate before. She's never been on my show, but I did. There was like a Tubi, and they called it a Tubi meet and greet. They were just calling it that, but there was a lot of actors that are known from Tubi that and a lot of them from Detroit. They came out here to Atlanta. And they had this meet and greet thing going on. Yeah, I was there and I was interviewing people there. Okay. So I did interview Ebony Tate. I interviewed Nunu Thurman. It was a lot of them that was there that day. So that was cool.
The guy
did you come out for that?
No, I did. So okay. So me and the Detroit film community, like I know everybody. It's kind of like starting stuff.
You don't really F with them like that.
you know what's crazy? It's like everybody knows like Detroit film, community, but we're not a community. But there's communities within the community. It's cliquish. You know how that goes. That's the
it's cliquish, yeah, and that's just drives me crazy. It's just like, it's insane, man. And I'm sitting here like, I'll say this, and I don't want to get on my soapbox, but I'll say this. The biggest filmmakers in the world, before they were who they were working together and helping each other.
Listen, the moment
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas and Francis Ford Coppola, 3 of the biggest filmmakers in the world.
And half them Tubi people don't even know the people that you just named. Like that's kind of like how it goes. You know what I mean?
I know how it goes.
I tell you this: a lot of the actors, they don't like to be called Tubi actors.
No, so, I don't really do that. I try to respect them. I don't want to do it because they're not Tubi actors. They're actors.
Because I understand what that is. That's where we're predominantly at. Even though What About Your Friends is doing amazing, and What About Your on Prime is doing great there and Tubi, but it's still doing numbers on Prime. But
it's doing numbers on Prime. That's what's up.
Okay, before that was just a big deal. But
no, I saw it on Prime. I saw it before it came on Tubi.
Yeah, it took a while. I didn't know that because the first 2 days, the first 24 hours, you had to pay for it, and then by a day and a half, it became free. I didn't understand why. I was like, well, why?
I paid for it.
Yeah, that's because it was an algorithm so much they added it as part of the subscription, and so a lot of the actors here in Detroit, they'll say things like, "Oh, people just see us on Tubi and they think, they want to be on Tubi," and I'm like, "Yeah, because that's what we did when we were little. We looked on TV and we said we want to be on." So that attitude that lets you know it's
that's the problem. Yeah, see, people. What happens is, people say you say Tubi and they automatically like, oh, and then they think that it's gonna be one of those crazy Tubi movies that's just wild and the girl shooting people and then the sound coming 20 seconds after the fact. But what I try to tell people is, and it's all algorithm based. If that's the only type of films you watch, those are the films that's going to get pushed to you. But I tell people all the time, I mean, so and so, this film might be on Tubi, but guess what else is on Tubi? Creed is on Tubi. Rocky is on Tubi. So it's like it's still a big platform that people kind of get into their niche box.
But that's our fault, though.
That's our fault. Yeah, so I tried not to. So, but with that being said, I want to say to you, I want to commend you and the production team because your film was very technically sound. It looked good. It sounded good, and like I said, man, that right out the gate is what kept me watching it because I'm like, okay, this is a movie. Like it looks good. Like I said, when I first watched it was on Prime anyway. And I was just like, okay, cool. Shot well. Looked like it was graded nicely. Like it had a good look to it.
Because there's elements that you need to make a great script. Like, and all you need right now, of course, earlier days, it was, you're independent. So the sound, it's not going to be the greatest or the visual. But there's projects that I've seen where, okay, visually is not the best, even with our faves in there, but the storyline caught me, so I stayed, right? So it's like, if you get a movie that have all of those things, especially in Detroit, I always say, all right, we got the visuals, we got the sound. Great. Now all we need is, hey, let's get some people that can portray characters. You know, if you're not trained, you be trained. If not trained, at least the acting needs to be good and the storylines needs to make sense. If we, to me, in my mind, this is just my mind, I would think that what's the problem? But when I kept seeing certain things, and I'm just like, and then I wasn't getting books for things, and I'm just like, now how the hell I'm not this? No wait, am I tripping? And so I'm just like, you know what? I don't like what I'm seeing. I wanted to make an indie classic because we have so many. The eyes are on Tubi, if you just want to say Tubi, but independent period. So I wanted, like, I'm still watching The Best Mans. I'm still watching all of those type of movies, Brown Sugars. I'm still watching those years later. I wanted to make something where people can watch more than once and like can kind of go back to. So I think I did that.
No, I think you did too. I saw it twice. You know, so I'm like, all right, cool. And like I said, I was very it was I stayed engaged. I didn't get bored. I was interested in the characters.
Were you team Jordan or Derek? Because my guys, they hate Jordan.
Nah, I don't mess with Jordan, bro. I don't mess with Jordan, bro.
Let me tell you something. So shout out to
Jordan was the friend, right? The homeboy. Derek was the one that was her husband or whatever, or wanted to be.
Yeah, Derek was the main guy.
He was funny too, but I mean, to me, he has this cadence when he talks. He reminds me of Mace a lot when he talks.
Can I say, shout out to the whole cast, right? I'm giving everybody their flowers. But so Matt played Derek. Matt's a new actor. So he was only in one other movie we both were in, but I think he had like one scene, I think, in this movie. So this was his first big role.
Yeah, it's a big role for him, a big jump.
And I worked with him a little bit on one of the some of the scenes, but I love, first of all, he said the character was him. He felt like he was reading his life. I was like, first of all, I'm concerned. Okay.
Yeah, I'm concerned.
You know, and the character is written after cancer. So I also want to say Veronica and Derek characteristics are based off of me and my exes. Some of our, not the storyline, but the characteristics of the relationship.
Got you.
And so
I'm about to say I'm concerned now.
No, we didn't have the triangle going on, but that's how the frustration of Veronica and the dismissal of Derek, and then it's the years gone by, and then it's just like, you know. So I didn't have an idea of who was going to play Derek. So Matt brought something different because even though he had like this one tone, but it's still some type of personality behind it. It's funny, like it's just I just like what he brought.
He reminded me, like I said, he reminded me of Mace a little bit, just his cadence of how he talks.
But he says some stuff, and it's just like, well, like let me see what you look like with his ring on naked. That's some shit that Derek was, you know. It's the difference. Derek and a Jordan. Jordan is very suave, and Denzel. I met Denzel. Shout out to him, 2Ls. He's in everything. I met him in 2022 when I was still writing the movie. So when I met him, I said, "Oh, this may be my Jordan." So I started curating Jordan towards his essence, how he acts, and I knew he would be able to like pull it off. So 2 years later, I was able to grab him, and so it's that's how that happened. Shout out to Latoya Veronica. She's the lead. She's from LA. And
she's from LA. Okay,
from LA, and so Trey Xavier that played my boyfriend. We've done 3 movies together. He done stabbed me in the back. We done been old together. I'm old, and then now he's playing my boyfriend. And
He did well with his character.
Toya and Jackson, that's Ebony and her boyfriend. Shout out to Sev. I wanted to keep a couple that didn't have any issues, like at least.
That was good. That was good to have that too, because you had every single person here was nobody was clean, but they were the only ones that was clean. The only couple that was clean.
Part 2 is room for a lot of different things, but I'm not. I can let you know right now. I wouldn't like. I wanted. There's more than just infidelity when it comes to like issues with relationship. So they'll probably have other things that's just not cheating though.
No, I thought it was. What's funny, and I'll say this: about your character and her, man. They there was in there something in there where he's like, yeah, he tried to get with a girl that y'all had a threesome
Outside of
with. I
threesome.
was like, violation. But
And
I knew. I'm
I
like,
hear
flag
things
on the
like that
play.
all the time.
Flag on the play. You can't do that. Yeah. You gotta
That's why
bring
she
her
don't
with
feel
you.
like
That's what happens. And man, I won't even go into
there's so much
why. I
story.
won't go into why that resonates with me, but we'll just go.
You say
I'm just gonna leave.
So many people can relate to the
Tell
story.
you off air.
Please do. I want to hear the story. But you know what's crazy? There's a lot of Jordans in real life, and they inbox me or they hit me up and they've said it like, listen, I done had homeboys where it's like, dang, he not doing the girl. I would if I had her.
Yeah,
and then
but that's crazy though. See, I'm from an era, man. You just don't do that, man.
But if you do,
I have, most of these guys that's on here with me are great, good friends of mine that I've known for many, many years. And that's just not guy code, man. You cannot be bruh. I was already was like, this dude is scheming on. So you got this dude basically hanging in the friend zone, waiting on dude to mess up. I'm like, yo, that's whack, bro. That's why I was like, nah, he's done.
Okay, so to be fair, this is also a lesson because somebody said this. Jordan, not only did he move too slow in the beginning, he just in his mind it is what it is. So he just tried to deal with it. As time went on, though, it's like he still like he said, I'm searching for you and other women because in his mind, it's over. She's off limits, but he has feelings for her that he just never dealt with. But then it's like when you see what it's because never forget they were friends first. So it's that.
I knew that too.
But I know you know how many couples I know that's been together for like over 20 years and they got together like that. I wanted to tell those stories because it's not just easy breezy on how we get there. And is it going to be worth it? Even if that doesn't make it right. But I want to hear, well, how do we get here? Like, what's the story there? You know what I'm saying? So that's
no. It was great. It was bold to tell it, and although you got cats that's like,
Of course, shout out to Grace. Grace is in the movie too. Shout out to Grace. She played Tina in Taiwan.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. She. I think overall everybody did well, so what? Let's move forward and say, are you? I know you just mentioned a part 2, so are you working on a part 2 version of that, or are you just moving to a different film?
Originally, the movie always had a part 2. Originally, before I even gave it away. Well, not gave it away. I didn't give anything away.
After 2 hours, it still has a part 2.
No, you know why? You know why? Because I didn't finish the story. Me personally, I still need to tell what happens when it happens. Like,
there's backstory there for sure. We don't want to ruin it for people, but there's definitely a whole nother story.
Honestly, the college years can have its own situation. I mean, we're a little older to be playing that, but like because you got
they do it all the time.
I don't want to give it away.
90210 had 30-year-olds playing high school kids.
That is true.
Doesn't really matter.
The backstory is, I'm not gonna give it away, but that big scene
reveal,
there's a story there. You know what I'm saying? That some people catch it, some people won't. They're like, well, wait a minute, is it more than what we see? And what's that? So, in the ending, I left it open to where you could just kind of guess on who or what. But everybody, some people wrong. But I will say this: I have a way where everybody I feel like will be satisfied, and then they will. I'm working on it. Now, initially, the production company, and this is something for people, any filmmakers out there in the world to know, when you're going on with a production company, if whoever got the money, that's who makes the decision, unless you guys come up with some type of agreement, right? And so, thank you. And so, with that being said, there was a lot of creative differences. I had to learn. I was in there, and as you can see, I could talk. I'm a Sagittarius, so I'm in there like, wait, what? You're doing? it's still 97% me, right? But there was like a couple things.
I know what you mean. Well, that's what
We
happens,
focus
you
on
know.
part 2 because we need to make sure
The gold. We all know the golden rule, right? He who holds the gold makes the rules.
you know what I'm saying. And also, filmmakers need to know you also have the option if you want to move forward or not, and don't let anybody put you in a situation where you feel like you have to take that. If it doesn't resonate with you, it don't.
You always have the option to say no. You always have the option to do, move forward, do something else.
But don't be so bullheaded though.
Don't bull. Yeah, you gotta. You gotta compromise. It's if the goal is to get the film made and put out, you may have to do some compromising, especially when you're the writer, because we all know everyone on this panel, we're all writers, right? So to a degree, so you always got to make, as a writer, and even if you're directing it, a lot of times when I'm directing, I'll let one of my boys edit because I'm not gonna get rid of stuff that might need to be get rid of because I'm too close to it. So when you're editing the script, same thing. I was in the position that the gentleman that helped you was in, where I produced and I directed a couple of films for the best-selling author Kiki Swinson.
Oh, okay. And I done read her book.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you have? Okay. Well, yeah. There's a couple of joints there on Tubi that we did. But yeah, so we but when she adapted her script, I was cutting things out. But we used to go at it, boy. She'd be cussing me out. Boy, why you cutting this out? I'm like, yo, listen. That's redundant. It don't need to be there. We're gonna tell it, because the golden rule with screenwriting is show, not tell. So you can't really, certain things that she wanted to. Oh, I wanted to. I'm like, we already said that. We did that in the other scene, and like, okay, it's gone. And she's like, nah, she wanted to kill me,
Me and Will have those conversations too, where I'm just like, even now, when I'm writing now, I'm going into another script I'm working on, and I'm revisiting things. I'm like, okay, I kind of already know. But there are some things. There's some things that I know that I am 100% correct on. However, it is what it is. When you know, you just know.
When the filmmaker comes in, and part of their job is to cut the fat and still be able to tell the story without anything missing. Mm-hmm. So it seems like the gentleman, what's his name again? I don't want to mess his name up. Okay. It seems like he did a good job doing that, because he still was able. It still was a runtime of 2 hours, and it to me, it wasn't missing anything. I understood it. I got it. I cared about some of the characters. Some of them I cared nothing about because of the way they were. But I cared enough about the characters to feel an emotion. So that's really that
part, at least, like because he was like, I don't know. I was like, I promise you, it's going to carry. It's okay. They're going to be engaged. It's fine. But then also I want to let the people know there are things that were different or changed that I can work with moving forward in part 2. I just took things, okay, let me not look at it as a negative, and I could just be creative. And
at the end of the day, once again, congratulations, you got it out. It's getting some good traction, good feedback. Like we said, it's several categories on Tubi, and that's important, because when it gets on those Tubi categories, that's how it gets into that algorithm, and then next everybody starts getting it. So congrats on that. We before I let you go, most definitely I wanted to, you gotta off shout out where people want to find you if they want to hire you to write something. You know what I'm saying? We promote checks here on Real Talk. So,
right.
If y'all want to hire her,
okay, Operation Get CC out the plant. I'm at the plant, y'all. I ain't changed. I'm still there. Okay, that's how we gotta get this movie financed.
No, that's what it is. We don't do opportunities here. we do. How everyone says that. It's an opportunity. No. Here's an opportunity for you to pay me. But shout out your socials and stuff like that, and we'll definitely bring you back on whenever you want, man, because it's for sure, man. It's what's up. Shout out your socials though.
So you can find on Instagram, I'm CC_Gooden, and on Facebook, I'm CC Gooden, and TikTok, I don't think there's sorry, I don't think there's an underscore there. CC Gooden on TikTok as well.
CC Gooden on TikTok.
So all across
now. And how do you pronounce your first name? That's why I didn't say your first name. I didn't want to mess it up.
Yeah, it's Cecily.
See, Cecily. There you go.
People are like, oh, like Cecily Gooden. I'm like, yeah, but Cecily. You know?
Yeah, Cecily. Yeah, I thought it was like Sicily, but it's Cecily. Okay, I'm glad I went with CC.
But don't do that. She just told you Cecily, and you're gonna say it's like Sicily.
No, I said I thought it. No, I said I thought it was Sicily. That's why I
get it all the time, though. They're like, oh, Sicily, or they'll say
Sicily,
Sicily,
or
something like that. Extra letters there.
Yeah. I didn't want to mess it up, so I went with CC.
We need Ryan Coogler and Michael B. Jordan. I need them to I need to look at some of these scripts. Okay.
Nah, I'm telling you, man. But we definitely appreciate you coming through. Thank you. Come back, man. Come back.
Shout out to Hev for linking this. That's what you.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Heaven Hollywood. I see him in the comments over there. He said, "Great movie." He said it's Heaven. Yeah, my brother, Heaven Hollywood, he's the one that kind of turned me on to it. And he was like, watch this movie, man. It's messy. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm gonna watch it.
This movie here, I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, it's good though. That's what's up. People talk about it. So thank you for joining us, CC, and you enjoy the rest of your night, and congrats again on your success and continued success.
Thank you so much, and you guys have a good night.
Good night.
You too.
All right.
Good night.
So there you go, man. It's cool, man. Like I said, it was a cool movie. It was had some funny parts to it. I don't want to say I was surprised that it was pretty technically sound, meaning, that's unfortunate. That's the unfortunate reputation that Tubi has gained. Because I get it all the time. People's like, I saw your movie, bro. It's on Tubi. I'm like, yeah, I know. And they're like, it don't look like it should be on Tubi. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I'm like, but Tubi is just a streaming service. I'm like, don't think it's anything other than that. It's a streaming service. So
I mean, there's a whole bunch of other movies on there.
That's what I said. You go on Tubi and watch Rocky. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but people don't. I don't know. But anywho. So yeah, man, back to the topic of the night. Obviously, the nominations, the 16 nominations from Sinners. For the Oscars. I'm a little worried about the major categories, but we'll have
it's not, listen, that's the sign to let you know it's going to be a lot of snubbing going on. Because they wanted to give it at least that marker of being the highest nominated. You know what I'm saying? So at least it can get that. If it don't get nothing else, it got that. And that was their way of here's a little makeup trophy and a little hug.
Well, we'll see. I think, like I said at the top of the show, I think he is definitely, I think some of the technical ones they're definitely going to get. I think I talked about this with Bruce offline. Michael B. Jordan is not going to get Best Actor. As much as a lot of people would want him to, he's not going to get it because, number one, Timothée Chalamet is Hollywood's new it guy, and they're gonna make sure. And that this is no slight on his act. He's a very good actor, young actor. This has nothing to do with his acting because it really doesn't matter at this point. They've chosen him to be the next guy, so I believe he will get it. And to be honest with you, if I was gonna give it to anyone else, I would give it to Jesse Plemons for Begonia. because he was actually really good. He was very, very good, convincing in that role. And yeah, and that wasn't no typical role to take on what he did. So if I gave it to anyone else, I'd give it to him. But we'll see. We'll see where it goes. And of course, Delroy Lindo gets his first Oscar nomination for Best Supporting Actor. Um, yeah, I'm rooting for him. I'm rooting for him. That's all I can say. I'm definitely rooting for him. I don't know if you guys think anything. How many you think? Well, let's just say this real quick before I go into the writers' room. Uh, 16 nominations. If you were a betting man, how many do they win? Doesn't matter which ones. Just off the top of your head, how many do they take home? Bruce, what do you say?
Half of them. 7.
7? Okay.
7.
Kev?
I want to say 5, but my heart is saying 3. My heart is saying 5, but my brain is saying 3.
Your brain saying 3. Okay. Heaven Hollywood says 6. He's in the chat room. And Ralph, how many you think they take home out of the 16?
I'm gonna say 7, and I do think Jordan is gonna take Best Actor.
You do think? Okay.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Simple reason. Only one simple reason. Cruz ain't got it. Cruz was in the exact same position Charlemagne's in, and he ain't never got an Oscar. He ain't never got an acting Oscar. And they gave him The Chosen One. And every time Cruz came up for that Best Actor, nope. So it would not surprise me if they give it to Jordan, because they say Jordan might be a one hit. Even though we know he's not a one hit one, but he might be a one hit one. This
might be the first. Right. This might be his only time there, is what they're saying. Maybe.
Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me if he lost.
Yeah, I mean, I would be happy for him if he won. I'm saying, based on, I've pretty much seen all of the Oscar films, and based on what I've seen, performance-wise, the only performance to me that really deserves, if any of them, to beat Michael B. Jordan, to me, is Jesse Plemons.
But he's not nominated. So
he's not. He's not nominated in this one.
He's not even nominated. So
then we don't have to worry about it. Then we don't have to worry about it. Then so yeah, that's the guy that would worry me if he was nominated. He was just nominated for the Golden Globes, and I think he's nominated for the SAG. So he didn't get nominated for the Oscar. That's kind of a snub, then. Honestly, because he definitely got nominated for the Golden Globes, and he got a SAG. He got nominated for a SAG too. That's crazy. Well, so who do you think? Well, Timothée Chalamet, of course, is one who's going to. I think he's going to end up with it. I don't know. We'll see. But he's already got an Oscar, doesn't he? Didn't he get one?
No, he's been nominated, but I just think that they're going to keep looking at him and saying, "No, he keeps coming with it. We can get him later."
They're gonna make him another Tom.
They're going to Tom Cruise. They're going to Tom Cruise.
Oh no, that's interesting. I would see. Well, he won the Golden Globe, right? Didn't he win the Golden Globe? So Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke. I think that was the one that people were surprised about. Ethan Hawke. He got in there instead of Jesse Plemons. That's interesting. And Michael B. Jordan and what's his name? Wagner. The guy from Narcos. Was he from Narcos? Yeah. But he's the secret agent. That one is one of those movies it's what's it called? It's an international movie, but it's going to be in both. It's one of those movies again that's in both categories. Yeah, because I think it's in for Best International as well. Now, Best Actress is up in the air for me. It's probably gonna be the girl from Hamnet. I gotta watch Hamnet again. Hamnet was boring to me, but I gotta
I
watch
don't
it.
see how anybody got past the first 5 minutes of that.
I was
If
trying. I
if I
got
put
through it.
something on, and I because nowadays I suffer from old man syndrome. I am 55, and I go to sleep real easily now. And if I hear my soul snoring within the first 5 minutes of me watching something, turn that shit off.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's funny. Now Emma Stone is nominated for Begonia, who also I think could walk away with it. She's one of them
Nah,
girls that
nah,
what do you mean nah? Did you
nah. Cause
see
that, cause,
Begonia? You see her
no, but
performance in that?
I haven't seen it. But I'm gonna say this: if you give it to Emma Stone, then you putting her into that Meryl Streep category, and I don't think that
No way.
she's because there's only two women that's got more than two acting Oscars is Meryl Streep and it's Katharine Hepburn. I don't think that you're saying you're putting Emma Stone in the same category as Meryl Streep or Katharine
Well,
Hepburn.
if she deserved
the
to
If she
be
next.
there,
deserved
You
you
it,
don't
put
do
her
Actually,
in there.
actually, she is the next. She's the
She
next
may be the
Meryl
next.
Streep.
yeah,
May be the
yeah.
next
She's the
Meryl.
next Meryl. So how could you say like, nah? She's who? Do you think is going to replace Katherine Hepburn
Meryl
and
Streep.
Meryl Streep? Who's
Yeah.
her replacement?
Somebody's gonna have to
Kate
eventually.
Blanchett.
I
No,
mean, Kate is great, but
she's.
I
I mean, yeah.
mean, she's great. So is
and she's
Nicole
got and she's
Kidman.
got
Very
two
good.
herself.
She's got two.
I'm not gonna sit to say Emma Stone is a lightweight because she's not. I'm
No,
not even sitting saying she is not.
she's a very good actor.
She's
I
a
mean,
bona
Yeah,
and
fide
she.
actress. She's
yeah,
a bona
Yeah,
fide
she.
she's a
actress.
leading lady now. She's a
Yeah,
She
she
is not
is.
a. She's no slouch. She's a leading lady.
Yeah,
yeah.
she is. She is a leading lady. But I just nah. I don't see her giving her. I don't see that one. Not with the heat that the girl from Hamnet has. I just don't see that this year.
Hmm. Well, I mean, if she used to get it, she would deserve it
It's
because
a it's an upset.
she put a
It,
great performance. It's not an upset because she put in a great performance in Begonia. She put in a great performance. So I don't it wouldn't be an upset. I mean, yeah, just this Jessie Buckley from Hamnet. Yeah, she's getting a lot of buzz and all of that stuff. But shoot, remember Demi Moore was getting a lot of buzz last year, and Mikey, what's her face, ended up winning the Oscar. Um,
So I want to go on record right now and say, no matter what Sinners does,
mhm.
a lot of black folks got to say it was snubbed. No matter what, if it
Mm.
doesn't, like so we have to put things in perspective. Number one, Sinners without the Oscars or anything, Sinners has created a whole. Kugler has created a whole Cineverse
Mhm.
without the accolades. If he doesn't win any of it, it doesn't matter. What he's done will be monumental, and it will go down in history. Whether it gets the trophies or not, or the accolades, that doesn't matter. He really has created a piece of work that everyone realizes the value. The
Yeah,
trophy is debatable, who wins and who's not,
yeah,
but we can't automatically say it was snubbed because it didn't get this and didn't. It can't win everything. It
yeah.
can't win everything. So
No,
I think where they're going to see openings, because don't forget, ever since Oscars So White, ever since the whole movement now,
mm,
it's almost like there's more pressure to be diverse. There's more pressure
mm,
to be diverse, but they're not going to give away the farm. This is still
no.
it's still a Hollywood institution
Yep.
with old
Yeah.
white men. So let's not get
Mhm.
crazy. They're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just going to give away the farm. No pun
No.
intended on Sinners.
Oh,
Give
oh,
away the
oh.
movie. They're
Say
not
that
going to do it.
again. Say
Yeah.
that again.
Michael B. Jordan will not win Best Actor. It's not going to
I'm
happen.
No.
not, and I'm
Not
not
going to happen.
getting, I'm not getting myself hyped up for it either. For
Yeah.
Yeah.
something that I know that these crackers are not going to allow them to do.
I just think that, to be honest with you, there's probably half of the academy didn't even watch Sinners. The old white men in the academy probably didn't even
It's
watch
not a
it.
Hollywood movie. It's
Yeah,
not a
Listen, and what
Hollywood
I don't
movie.
understand is how are all of these? Who are these? Who are these? Who are these crackers in the background that keeping this from happening?
well, I mean,
I
you
don't
got
understand.
they're
They're not in the
it's the
background,
academy.
actually.
Yeah,
They're
it's
not
the
in the
academy. So
background.
they're executives. Yeah, they're
They
executives.
run
They're
Hollywood.
I mean, but
They
how are
run
these
Hollywood.
mothers? But
All
how are
of them.
these mothers? But how are
All
these
of
mothers?
them.
How are these
All
mothers?
of them.
How
They
are these? How are these mother suckers not dying off?
well, I mean, some
because
of
their
them are.
sons and their nephews
Yeah,
take their place. They just
that's what they do because that they
these
believe in
positions are
old
inherited.
money.
It's all money. They don't create new spaces for new
Okay,
faces.
so what? So these guys,
It's like the
grandkids.
Rothschilds. It's like the
So
Rothschilds and
yeah, yeah,
Rockefellers.
yes, but so these guys, grandkids, become architects, stockbrokers, or whatever, and they also get a pass to vote for grandpa because grandpa's dead.
Well, I mean, what he's saying is, a lot of
No,
these
I know what
previous
he's saying, but what
executives.
I'm saying is, where are
No,
these?
they become
Where are
members of
these
the
people?
academy themselves.
But okay, but through nepotism, let's be more
Yeah,
clear.
yeah, of course,
Yeah, yeah,
of course they do.
yeah.
Well,
Exactly that.
I'm gonna say this. No, Bruce, I get what you're saying, and I think I'm gonna say this only for this particular film. Ordinarily, I will probably agree with you that it wouldn't get the type of look because it's not it's a non-traditional film,
That's right.
and the old heads in Hollywood. However, you got a lot of heavy hitters that are Hollywoods that have been pushing this movie since it came out, and that not saying it behind closed doors, saying it very publicly. Tom Cruise, Sean Penn, so and so and so on. So I think for this particular case, maybe and just maybe that mode of thinking is not going to work this time. That it's built up too much thing. And also, like I said before, a long time ago, what did I say? I said, I hope that when Oscar nominations come out, Sinners has not been forgotten. Well, it seems that it was not forgotten. It was not forgotten more than what I gave it credit for. Because I did not see 16. We did this last time we did the show. I said at least 8. I did not see 16.
Yeah,
But see,
yeah,
that's
no,
the play. That's
yeah.
the play because
Hmm.
they could at least say, well, it was highly nominated, didn't win a lot, but it was highly nominated. That's the play. That's the play. That's the okie doke. See, it can never say it was snubbed because it was nominated. So, okay, it didn't win, but it was nominated for 16 nominations. So if it doesn't win anything, it still walked away with 16 nominations. They're covering their ass.
Well,
Six,
I'm even going.
six
I'm even going to
nominations.
sit there, and I'm going to even sit there and say that when it comes to history, and some of these people, I think they're going to look at this case with The Color Purple when it got all those nominations, but Spielberg didn't get the Oscar, but it walked away with nothing. I don't think they're gonna want to have that type of
No, they're
embarrassment
not
on
going
them
to do
again.
that. I didn't say they're going to do that. It's going to win. It's going to win.
It's gonna
But it's
win
not
some
going to
stuff.
win. I don't think it's going to win the areas that you think it's going to win.
I think it's going to win at least two. The technical stuff, yes. The soundtrack, yes.
Yes.
The major awards that it's nominated for, it's going to walk. I think it's going to walk away with at least 2. I'm giving it the original screenplay. I think that's a lock.
I think
I think Jordan can take it. The best director, I think Paul Thomas just got too much behind him right now. Delroy Lindo, as much respect as I got for the guy, I was shocked to hear his name come up, but Stellan Skarsgård is a better lock than him right now, and Musi, no, that's not hers. Really, that should be Amy Madigan. That's really who it should be, But I just think, like I said, I think 7. I think it's going to walk away with 7. But the technicals, all the technical ones it's nominated for is going to get. but it's gonna get at
Absolutely.
least 2 of the majors. And I think it's gonna get 2 majors.
Mm.
Yeah, and they can't. Again, they cannot give away the farm. That's why I say, as good as Michael B. Jordan was, that Sinners is not going to win Best Director, Best Picture, and Best Actor. It's not going to happen. You could
No,
bet the farm on that. It's not going to happen.
That's not happening.
Not with the lineup
I'm
that it's
only
against.
pulling for him. I'm pulling for him. If I had to pick one, I'd rather see him get Best Director than anything else because he would be the first Black director to do so.
Yeah.
So
I think he's got a 50-50 chance to get Best Director.
He's got a
I do too.
chance. He's got a 50-50 chance. It's going to be between him and Paul Thomas Anderson.
Yeah.
It's going to be between them two. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be very surprised if any other director won between them two, in my opinion. Not that there was, I mean,
no, it's coming down
maybe Chloe Zhao on, you know.
I think she's the wild card. I think she's the wild card.
She's a wild card. Chloe Zhao is a wild card because she did Hamnet, and Hamnet's getting so much traction. Why, I don't know, but it is. It's
a Hollywood film.
It's a Hollywood film.
That's straight
a film
Hollywood.
that's made for Hollywood, just like Marty Supreme. You know,
Straight
it's
Hollywood.
one of those straight Hollywood, made for Hollywood films.
Made for Hollywood film.
But what I'll do is real quick. So, just to jump a little bit into the breakdown, really quick, and I got some points here for the Inside the Writers' Room. So I went in and I actually, not that I've seen the movie so many times, I could probably rewrite the script now because so many times I've seen it. But I did actually, I found the script and downloaded it and did some more deep dive. So part one of what I want to talk about is with this script, what was Sinners really about? And I just got some bullet points that I can put down, and if we want to discuss, you can. But the core thesis, first of all, let's get this straight. Obviously, by the name, you should know this, but here's the obvious. This is not a morality tale. Okay. The film is not a morality tale. A story about choice and consequence, right? That's really what it is. Because when you think about, they had the choice to, there was one part where they could have chose not to open the juke joint that night, but then they made the choice to still do it. Because remember, Smoke was like, maybe we should do it next week, you know? And Stack was like, nah, let's do it tonight. We got to do, whatever. And the characters understand the cost, right? And they proceed anyway. They know, you know what I'm saying? So that alone, the script never asks anybody. It never asks you to judge. It doesn't ask us to judge people. It just asks us to witness, right? So you already know people, you got people that are married and making choices, right? to go ahead and sin.
Jamie did. He said
right.
Big time.
She sure did. She made a choice, and so did Haley's character, who was also married. You know, even though she didn't want to be married to the guy, but she was, and made choices, right? So structure, why the story feels dangerous. Act 1, temptation framed as opportunity, right? The juke joint, the opportunity to do this. Oh, just for one night, we could be free, right? They talk about stuff like that. In Act 2, the escalation without relief, choices, remove exits, and then you have Act 3, consequences without redemption, speeches. Right? There was really no redemption arc here for anybody when you think about it.
It shouldn't be.
No, it shouldn't be. It really doesn't need to be. That's what I'm saying. And this is what these are points I'm bringing out because that's what makes the script interesting and what makes the script different, right? So a lot of dialogue, but at the same time, there's a lot of parts in the film that where volumes were spoke by not speaking at all. You know, I mean, in certain parts of this film. So let's look at some more key points. Characters talk around the truth under dialogue and silence. Characters talk around the truth. Confessions arrive late, if at all. And that's, when you think about the brothers, at some point, they each had an opportunity to kind of confess certain things, and other people too. But if you speaking on the brothers, uh, then you have some of the loudest moments in this script have no dialogue. You know what I mean? So when you really look at once
Yeah,
again,
when they were in the car, certain
yeah,
points when they were in the car when he was playing the music, yeah, a lot of that was
yeah,
you know,
you see it even like you just brought up, Kev. Even just the driving in the car, the fact that Ryan Coogler made it a point to show the entire landscape of the cotton fields.
hmm
You know what I'm saying? That alone spoke volumes, and nobody said nothing. You just
yeah,
drive.
and part of that was Michael G. B. Jordan's doing because he kept driving
Yeah,
when they were supposed to cut.
right. Yep, he kept driving. But see, Ryan Coogler told a story in one of his interviews where when he was driving, I think he was driving in Georgia or driving to Georgia or whatever the case may be, and he passed a cotton field. That was the first time he's ever seen one in real life. And he was
Mhm.
like, he had to stop. He stopped and kind of like got out his car and went over and was like looking at it closer and observing it. And he's like, yo, he said, I don't know why, but I got overwhelmed with emotion. He was like just looking at the cotton field. He said, I got emotional standing there. He's like, and I don't know why. He's like, but it just happened. It was almost like I was drawing energy, from the ancestors or something. He's like, and I really just looked at it
Well, our
and got
history
emotional.
is tethered to the cotton
Yeah.
field. It's
Yeah.
tethered to.
It's,
So
yeah, it's
yeah.
tethered to it. Exactly. So him showing it in just in that big landscape, it spoke volumes by itself.
Well, I personally, not to make this about me, but and I am putting the button there. I owe the ancestors an apology because when my mom used to send us to Georgia and Memphis for vacation, whenever we went to Georgia, they would be like, "Ain't no vacations here. We work here." And I'm not gonna lie, that's where I got my work ethic from. But at the same time, when I was down there, I'm like, listen, I remember one summer Shogun Warriors was getting screened in America, and it wasn't here in New York. It was only down there, and
Right.
I was like, I don't want to go pick no beans and no watermelon and no cotton. I just want to go. I want to sit here and watch Saturday morning cartoons. And they called me lazy.
They called you lazy.
And I thought me and my cousins was gonna fight because the one thing you don't do is call me lazy because that's not the family I come
I
from.
know, but you just have a different, they built different down there, man, and I can see it how they act because they do that all the time. They and plus they have preconceived notions of
Of New Yorkers.
yeah, New Yorkers especially. So why this script translates across different departments in the it's very director friendly, the script, because it leads it, the script itself is very,
But
the
is
dialogue
it
is punchy.
it
It is.
is it
It is.
But you don't know what you're watching. The
Right.
beauty of this film is you're watching the artistry without really knowing what you're watching. I didn't even know what the freaking story was about. Like 30 minutes in it, you're looking at beautiful landscapes. Looking at these wide shots. You're looking
yeah,
at the deep.
exactly.
You're looking at the
Exactly.
deep color, and you're wondering, I don't know shit about anybody right now. I'm just looking at the view.
Exactly.
But I like the fact that the film unfolds with patience, and it lets you, as a viewer, sit back and marvel at the wonderful way that it is shot and filmed. And you don't even know what the hell is going on because nothing's going on. You just look. You're along for this ride. You're looking at these vast, long, wide shots and the deep color and the music is going on. You have no idea what the film's about.
But
That's why it works.
To actually bounce off of what you just said, Bruce, and I had wrote this down. The funny thing about it and the beauty of it is Sinners doesn't explain itself. And that's why it stays with you.
That's why it works.
That's why it works. Because and I said at the top of the show, what does that mean? That means it respects the audience. It respected the audience to figure it out, make your own interpretation. Because if you can play 100 different versions of people who reacted, people who saw the movie, did reviews. Not all of them were different, but a lot of them were, because it's a script that, not saying it has, obviously it does have a point, but what I'm saying is it doesn't sit and explain itself to you.
But isn't that how life unfolds? You're just going about your regular day, and shit happens.
And life don't, and that's the thing I don't agree with you with. It like life, it don't respect you, because sometimes life be doing some disrespectful shit. Let's be honest, and we just roll with it, and we live with it because that's what we're created to do. So I don't think he did this to respect life. I think he did it to basically say, look, this is my vision, and you either gonna roll with it or you get off the fucking bus.
Yeah, but what I mean by respect, he respects the audience, basically the audience intelligence to watch it, enjoy it, and actually figure out what he's saying. Because I remember one of his of course he has his own deeper meaning, because remember, it's personal to him, a lot of it. And but of course Ryan Coogler doesn't do things without some sort of I want to say hidden message, but some deep rooted message in there
that you may or may not get, but he doesn't care.
But it's there. He doesn't care if you don't get. But I remember I think I sent that interview to you, Bruce. If not, it might have been someone else. But he was in an interview, and this one girl, she was just an independent like us, like a small outlet, and she hit him with questions that was right on the bean when it comes to his overall theme and what he was trying to say with his message, to the point where he almost he didn't have to stop the interview, but he didn't want people to really know, what I'm saying, certain things. He was like, man, you're really smart. That's what he said to her. He's like, you're really smart. And he was just like, he didn't know how to answer some of the questions because he didn't want to, give away or whatever the case may be. Because he also doesn't want you to know or think that he's there's a certain message that he's bringing through.
Yeah, but he's playing three-dimensional chess to a checker playing audience, which is wonderful because there's a lot of, it's not until actually most of my film students that liked the film had more questions than answers. And that means you've done a wonderful job. If you leave a film and you have a lot of questions, but it doesn't get in the way of you appreciating that film for the work of art it is, you've done a masterful damn job. I will say that.
Right. And questions to the mean of
that part.
to that deeper, not saying like, oh my God, I don't understand what happened. You understood
It's
what
like
happened.
Sixth Sense.
You understood everything what
You didn't
happened,
find
but
out until
but you
after Sixth Sense was over, and
Yeah.
it said these were all the clues we gave you. We gave you the
Yeah.
answers. You just missed them. It's
You
kind
just
of like
missed
that. We're gonna put it out there. If you catch it, you're good. If not,
Yeah.
you got to find out later. Like with the
yeah
birds circling, like the
Yep.
birds would only circle the house when the I think when the vampires came or something like that. When they're
Yep.
about
came
to
yeah
do something,
right. It was like vultures or
but
like
it did.
like
But it was almost like a no thing. It was like it was just he put it in there. If you
It was
caught it,
very
you caught it.
specific.
If not,
It was very specific.
and that's why it's so masterful because you don't catch shit until after it's done. You realize, oh my God, yeah, that makes sense. And he did this because of that, and that makes sense.
not till the second or third time that you watch the film
Yeah,
that you
Mhm.
really
yeah,
start seeing stuff, which is dope because that's what
it's
movies
masterful.
are
It's
supposed to be.
masterful.
But you know
It's
what?
masterful.
But you know where he got it from? He got it from Disney and from doing Marvel films.
Mm.
Well,
For doing,
this is
when you do
The
oh,
Easter
go
eggs
ahead.
and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
yeah, Easter eggs and stuff. Yeah, of course. Yeah, it was stuff like that, and putting those things in.
but even putting like the stuff that you were just talking about, Bruce, like with the birds and all the stuff like that. He learned that from doing Marvel films and from them tying in stuff from the comic books and
Yeah,
stuff like that. You
yeah.
know, I think it grew his writing because I think now when he sits down and writes,
It
he's
makes him
like,
a better filmmaker. It actually makes him a better filmmaker for those type of films. So see now
yeah,
he's kind of he's cracked the code on franchise filmmaking. Like
yeah.
he knows that back and forth now. He's gonna come back and do Panther 3 and kill it. You know he's gonna do
He's
that.
got to kill it. Yeah,
He's
gotta
gonna kill it because he knows
He's cracked the
he's
code.
cracked the code on it.
I'm going to say this. Imagine Ryan Coogler redoing The Birds.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
You know, yeah. I'm like Wes said. The best way to put it is he's cracked the code. He gets it now.
He's cracked the
There,
code, and
there's
I'll
a way
say,
to make a film
yeah,
that is masterful, and he's cracked the code.
he's cracked the code. And I'll say this: three bullet points that I'll kind of leave you with when it comes to this part. This segment that I'm talking about, and I'm going to continue talking about it on my show. I'm starting to start the separate show for Inside the Writers Room, where I'll be bringing writers on and we'll be discussing stuff in more depth and detail. But why everything people responded, why audience responded, and it forced the Academy to respond. 3 points. Adult storytelling. That's number one. This is adult storytelling. Audience trust, like I said earlier. They trust the audience to understand, to agree or disagree, and accept it. And what I call no fear of discomfort. I mentioned that when we had Cece on. I said the one thing that I noticed about her script, yeah, it was messy, but at the same, the characters were messy, not the script was messy, but the characters were. But she wasn't afraid to she wasn't afraid of discomfort. And that's the one thing with Sinners. That's the main thing that people talk about with Sinners, the slick talking and the way Mary, all the stuff Mary says. She has the most quotables on the internet is Mary's character, right? But that's no fear of discomfort. The fact that Pearline said she was married and without blinking, what does Preacher Boy say? Happily? That's all he says. He doesn't say anything
That's all he
else.
had to say. That's all
That's
he
all
had
he
to
had to
say.
say.
But you know what? But that's what we do.
Yeah,
I mean,
with no fear of discomfort.
and
That's what
that's
I'm
a culture thing. That's a
Yeah.
cultural thing too,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
that's not in anywhere else in any other country. It's just like you're married, but every person of I'm not gonna say person of color, but every person that are unmelanin challenged, we will ask a woman, "Are you happy?"
Yeah, what's your man got to
It's
do with me, basically?
exactly, exactly. It's 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 disrespect
Wow.
for the
Okay,
jump.
What's your man
positive.
got to do with
Okay,
me?
positive.
It's disrespect for the jump. Listen,
Yo,
I've done it. It's been
but
done
I
to
We've
mean,
me,
all done it.
he
We've
did,
all
he
done it.
did,
and it's
but
been
he
done
didn't
to
even
me.
say it. But the way he did it was so smooth, though. She's like, "I'm married, by the way." He said, "Happily." That's all he asked. That's all he asked.
Listen,
No.
listen. Like I said,
Actually, he checked her loyalty because he gave her opportunity to go
To get
to
out.
to,
He
to,
to
gave
get
her an
out.
out. He gave her an out.
exactly.
To
He
get out.
gave her an out. You
And
know
she
what I
took it.
mean? So
She took it.
she didn't take it really. She just went in.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
she
right.
showed,
By
and
showing
when
up.
she
Oh,
showed
she
up,
took it.
and listen. First of all, the disrespect in her marriage was already there because you go into a juke joint without your husband.
You
Well,
know,
she
yeah.
showed up. He invited her, and she
And
showed
during
up.
those
That's
times,
all.
No,
you
but
know,
she was
Right.
already. But listen, she was already
She
going to
was gonna
juke
go
joints.
anyway, whether
it's
right,
true.
whether he invited or not, she was gonna go.
She was going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Showed
By the
up.
way,
because
did
she
you
was.
guys catch my? I'm sorry, Kev. My student said one of the things. Now I don't know if you guys caught it about sinners. Each one of the characters was representative of one of the seven sins.
Yeah, I do. I
Did you hear
do.
that?
I saw something about that once, and
No, I
I
didn't
kind
know.
of went into that, and I was like, yeah, it was. Yep. Once
Each
again,
character
yeah,
represented one of the
yep.
seven
One of the
uh,
seven deadly sins,
deadly
like
sins.
gluttony and this and that. Yeah, there was
Unbelievable.
all.
I mean, again,
Yeah,
just masterful.
it was. I think Delta Slim was gluttony. I think. Um,
Yeah, but they
yeah,
identified each
they
character
identified each one.
and
Yeah,
said this
yeah,
represents
that was
that.
dope. Yeah.
Now, whether that's true or not doesn't matter. The fact
Doesn't
that they
once
think on
again,
that
it's
level, that the
conversation.
audience puts these
It,
things together,
yeah,
shows how masterful art is. Art
it,
is
it-
supposed to be interpreted.
it's
True
interpretive.
art
And
is
it's
interpreted.
interpretive and subjective.
It's subjective,
Yes.
yes. But
Yes.
here's the deal: the reason why I've been saying from the moment I saw this movie that this script was the writing on it was masterful because here we are, how many months later? Okay, we're talking about it because it's got the Oscar nominations, but even before that, I always talk about this film because it's stuff to talk about. There's conversation. If you can write a script to have you people talking about it,
A year
talking
after it
about
comes
stuff
out.
that,
Yeah.
yeah, talking about stuff that may not even have been in the script. For instance,
But might have
you
been
know,
in it. Yeah.
it might have been in the script, or maybe some subtext in there
But you're still
that
talking
kind of
about
led
it.
to it. But you're still talking about people still talking about, man, I'd love to see it. I'd love to learn more about the Choctaw that was in there, or I'd love to learn more about the Smokestack Twins when they were in Chicago working for Capone, or I'd love to, all of
Or
these
when it was in the war.
stories when they was in war, or maybe
The whole
back, when
Cineverse. The whole
right, the
Cineverse.
whole Cineverse that just, and the funny thing is, Ryan Coogler is like, I don't plan on ever making a sequel, but everyone else is talking about making sequels, and
He can make
now
5 of them.
now he's accepted the fact that even if he doesn't make a sequel, someone might want to,
Yeah. Like
because
you.
yeah, yeah,
But
like
they,
me.
but
But
the
will
thing
you
is,
let him?
they better do it right.
Well, of course. I mean, the point is he's left you
But he set it up
left
so well
he
for
set
you.
it up
But
so
like I said, it better be done right. I don't care who does it. It
yeah.
better be done right. And I'm
He
talking
set it
about
up
from
for you. Yeah.
trailer to actual full movie. It better be done right because if it's not, you're gonna. I'm not gonna say you're gonna almost spoil the experience, but you're gonna put a stain on it.
Yeah. Yeah. You got to put a stain
Of
on it.
course. Now here's a very outside prediction. I wouldn't be surprised if Michael B. Jordan directs a movie that is connected to the Cineverse, because
That would make sense.
he's now
That would
gotten
make
into
sense.
that would make sense. He's now gotten into directing, and I could see him directing either the film about the Smokestack Twins,
I would go in Chicago with the mob.
yeah,
That
yeah,
would
that's
be
what I'm saying. That one
that would be
about
great.
the Chicago mob one. I wouldn't be surprised if he decided to do that, being that he's been doing the directing and stuff like that. So
there might that is kind of so that would be uh surprising. Jesus Christ,
It would
you
make
see me,
sense. Yeah, it would make
yeah,
sense.
because there's a lot of backstory to be done in this film.
well, I mean, there's a lot. Well, it
And who
is,
knows the
but it is
characters better than Michael B. Jordan? Who knows?
right.
Yeah,
Who
but
knows that?
I don't think he would do that. I think because now he's got to play director, he's got to play 2 lead acting roles. I think there might be a lot on him to do that. If he was just playing, if he was just playing
his directorial debut, he was acting.
No, but that's true too. That's a good
no,
point.
but even in
he
that
would
one,
have to direct it and then play both those characters again.
exactly.
That's
I think that's
order.
that's a very tall tale.
However, I
That's a
agree
tall
with you,
tale.
but I'll say, however, he was co-directing in this film. And what happens is, yes, he's a director, but let's be honest. When you are doing something like that, where you are a director and an actor, your AD is doing a lot of the directing.
That's
no, that's not what I'm saying is that he would have to be the director, but he's playing 2 characters in the movie. Like you said, yes, he did Creed, but he's only playing Adonis Creed. He's not playing Adonis Creed and Apollo Creed. He's just playing himself.
That's true.
So now for him to direct and play 2 lead actors,
Possible 3 if the vampires are involved.
Yeah, possibly 3. So that might be a big.
It's a heavy lift. It's a heavy.
That's a lot of lifting.
It's a heavy lift, and I agree. All I'm saying is where the possibility comes in.
The AD takes over most of that, to be honest.
Right. The AD will be doing most of the directing, obviously. But directing is not just about yelling, action, and cut. Directing is the vision. It's the vision. So
exactly,
to be honest,
I think that might be a lot.
Long as the vision is carried out, you still earn the title of director, even if other people are carrying out your vision. Meaning, you have a really good cinematographer, you have a really good AD that's pretty much directing the film when you're in it, obviously, and you're doing some directing from in front of the camera, because he was doing that in Sinners. He was directing his double. His Ryan wasn't directing his double. Michael B. Jordan was directing his twin double. So he was doing some directing already on Sinners. All I'm saying is, yes, it's a heavy lift, but obviously he took on that in his directorial debut. He took on doing both, and he seems like the type of guy that would take that challenge and maybe try to do it. Because what people don't realize is behind the scenes, yes, he is directing, but at the same time, you have a good AD and co-director, you can get that stuff done, and it won't be as big of a load as you think. Now, the biggest part about that, obviously, is the two characters and stuff like that. So, but I wouldn't be surprised if he directed one of the films in that Sinners verse. Whether it's the one where he plays 2 characters or not, I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if he took on one of them. Maybe he takes on the one with Stack and Mary. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he takes on that story where he's only playing Stack the vampire. You know? Well,
oh, you mean
I can see that one.
Yeah,
I can see that one after effect going through the years,
because that,
and led up to when they ran into Sammy,
and it's a lot less. It's a lot less work.
A lot less work as far as that goes. But I wouldn't be surprised.
Coogler would executive produce it, and
Yeah,
Jordan would direct and star in it.
yeah,
I could
yeah,
see
yeah,
it.
yeah. Coogler would definitely executive produce it, and then at the same time, like I said, man, I can see him doing that.
I hope it happens. I got to be honest.
I hope it does too, because Cougs would trust him with it. Number one, he trusted him with Creed. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget, they started with Fruitville Station, right?
Yeah, they all started together.
Yeah,
So they have a working history.
He's been in every one of his movies. Michael B. Jordan has been in every movie
one of his
that
movies.
Ryan Coogler has made. So whether he was the star or the co-star, it makes sense. So anyway, that's pretty much all I got. We'll dig into it more on the actual show for Inside the Writers' Room, but ultimately, I can't say enough about this script. I believe it's a lock for Best Original Screenplay. It is going up against, of course, Marty Supreme. Marty Supreme collaborate. It was just an accident. And Blue Moon. That's the one that Ethan Hawke is
Actually,
in.
I agree. It should win that for original screenplay. I definitely agree.
I think that's a lock. Best original screenplay. Then you got Sentimental Value is on there as well.
Score, song, all that other stuff.
Score, definitely. Song without about. I mean, they're probably, before that happens, they're probably gonna win their Grammys. They're nominated for 5 Grammys.
Wardrobe, they're probably gonna win from Wardrobe.
Ruthie Carter.
I think that's Ruth Carter, right?
Yeah, Ruthie Carter. Yeah, Ruth Carter. They're nominated for production design. They may not get that one. It depends. It's possible.
Hollywood's got to share the wealth as much as possible, bro.
Yeah. They actually, best visual effects, they're not getting that. That's good. That's going to Avatar, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean,
they're not getting best visual effects.
They're not getting visual effects. That's going to go to Avatar.
I don't know, man.
You know what? No, they may. You know what? I agree.
No way.
I agree. Here's why I agree.
No way.
Here's why I agree with Ralph. Is because it would be a good thing to upset Cameron. Yeah. Because we're kind of getting a little. The Avatar thing, we're over it. There's no new. I mean, what can he do now?
Ain't over Avatar.
Yeah.
It's still a great
No. Listen.
I never liked the franchise anyway, but visually, there's nothing messing with it.
I'm not agreeing. I'm not disagreeing with that one. But I mean, in this particular case, you have given, I think, both of the last 2 Avatars that won visual effects. I'm sorry, it may be time.
For a reason.
And actually, if it's not F1,
well, because James
you certainly got a problem going up against Jurassic World. You certainly got a problem going against that one.
Yeah, and it's because the only reason why Avatar gets it is because James Cameron made up the technology for it. Yeah. And it's like they're still rewarding.
It's amazing.
No, it is. But they're still
George Lucas. But I'm sorry.
But they're still rewarding him. They're still rewarding him.
They keep rewarding it.
They're not still awarding George Lucas. I'm sorry, the prequel.
Wait, let me ask you a question, Kev. Wait, and you, Ralph. You guys think that Sinners will do better at visual effects than Avatar? I just want to.
I didn't say Sinners. I said F1. I said F1. I think F1 is going to be the one that wins that one because now you are actually in the cockpit of an F1 racing car, and it didn't look phony. It didn't look phony. It looked like you was really in that thing.
I saw the behind the scenes making
it. That's more cinematography than effects.
That's not visual effects. That's cinematography. That's not visual effects.
Listen. I got a question. And then
that's cinematography. Guys, you got to know the difference. That's not visual effects. That's cinematography. How something is shot is not visual effects.
Well, that's because that's camera placement. I do agree with that. But
the technology on how you bring about images, that's visual effects. That's not F1. That's Avatar.
I'm talking about for sinners. I think that scene in the juke joint, well, even though I didn't like it,
wonderful. You didn't like it?
It's beautiful. I just it didn't move me either left or right. I
me,
just
that
thought
was
it
the
was.
best. That scene.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That scene is
was
not
the best scene of the
not
film for
visual
me.
effects.
That's the best scene I've seen in the movie in a long time.
Yeah.
That juke joint scene is like Lord.
That was
But that is visual effects. Who said that's
they
not
were all
visual
there.
effects?
Those people were there. I said it. Those people were there. Everyone was there when they shot that. That wasn't visual effects. The camera was actually moving through the juke joint, and all those people were there.
Yeah.
They it was a big
Now, if it was
ensemble.
CGI or something, that's visual effects.
Yeah, but it wasn't.
But if they were there,
that was just that's cinematography. Once again, that's cinematography.
But I still think that they still had to do some visual effects a little bit to make that.
The only part that was visual effects, Kev, was obviously the roof burning and stuff like that. But actually, that was practical. They actually burned the roof.
They did. They actually burnt the roof. Yeah.
That actually was on fire.
Yeah, they did. They did set it on fire.
Visual effects.
So yeah. So what I'm saying is that
But
part.
still, it's still an effect, even though it's practical effect. It's still an effect.
So that part, the roof, but the scene with all of the people and the dance and all that, that was a rehearsed, real scene.
That was choreography at its finest.
It was
choreography
was in there. They were dancing. There was all those people.
Yeah.
That they didn't do, and once again, this isn't visual effects. This is editing,
that's
which
editing.
they're up for that too. Probably was when they did the oneer. They had two parts in there where they had to,
do it as one shot.
Do it. They did it as one shot, but they cut it together as one shot. But other than that, there's no visual effects in that scene, pretty much at all.
I think they're only in the scene because you have Jordan on screen playing two characters at the same time. And the fact that I think that they're also that's not.
What
I'm saying, but a lot I know. I don't know if this has changed, but a lot of times when they usually have two people on characters, there was always, you could tell there was some way that they weren't actually there at the same time. Like if I handed you something, it was like behind the back or something like that, where it was kind of hidden that they weren't in
that part is visual effects.
So now you have the two of them
stuff to each other. Yeah, but that only happens one or two times in the whole film.
Yeah, you can't take one or two instances and say that should win best visual effects.
No. What I'm saying is because what I'm saying is that now the bulk of the movie, you're seeing the both of them interacting with each other together, where it looks like there really are two people standing there.
Good job.
Somebody might say that's the effect right there.
No, that was awesome, but that ain't enough to win overall.
That's not enough to win best visual effects.
They did it the best. They did. I said that right again. That's right in the beginning of the movie. I'm like, I said Ryan Coogler was flexing right in the beginning of the movie, showing you when they were passing the cigarette back and forth to each other, showing you right now, no, we ain't doing it the traditional way where we blocked it out and then bring it together.
They did it right.
They did it a whole different way using that rig. Hey man, like I said, I would be very surprised if they won visual effects, honestly.
But how could they? How?
Because that's still a visual weapon. Even though everything you guys are saying is 100% correct, it's still a visual. I don't know how to explain it.
No, that's true. But you guys are talking about.
I'm not saying that I don't think it deserves to be in there. I just don't think it deserves to win. When you got a film that literally created an entire world from visual.
But once again, I'm gonna keep saying it again. If you look back, go look at the prequels, the Star Wars prequels. George Lucas created an entire world. Did he win the Oscars that year for best visual effects? If you say yes, then your case about James Cameron is much more stronger. If he didn't win, and any of the Star Wars prequels were upset, and something else.
So Rob, who's winning visual effects this year?
I told you, I think it's gonna be F1. I think it's going to be F1.
I would like for it to be. I would just like to see James. I just want James Cameron upset. I'm being an asshole.
Now, best sound that should go to F1.
That's F1 for sure.
That's definitely going to F1.
Best sound.
Best sound is definitely going to F1.
It's a lock, guys. It's a lock. I'm telling you. It's a lock.
Yeah, I mean,
I looked at behind the scenes of what they took to recreate the actual sound. They brought in engineers, car drivers, race car drivers as consultants to say, is this? That's not the muffler of a Formula 6. That was a 1977 Formula 6, and they didn't have that sound back then. That's how they went. So sound is a lock, guys.
I think that was a lot. So
everything that Bruce just said, and I didn't see the behind the scenes, but I can tell you just from lightly being into cars, they sound different. Every year a Formula One car sounds different. They don't sound because they keep improving on the technology. And that's what they were doing in this movie with their team. Their team were actually improving on the technology for that year. So the cars were going to sound different. They were going to perform different.
Right.
And that's what made this movie so dope.
Yeah, I'm just telling you about the care and concern.
Yeah, they made it
details of sound.
They made it for people who live and breathe cars and race cars, stuff like that, where they can listen to it.
Well, who literally live and breathe Formula One. Because Formula One is a totally
stock cars and not the same Formula One.
True.
Yeah, Formula One is a whole different animal than everything else.
Yeah, it's way different than NASCAR.
I'll say this now, and like I said, I'm not a fan of the Avatar series. Best costume design. Why the hell is Avatar even in that category?
Yeah, what? It's not costumes.
Because
it's all CGI.
It's cheat code with CGI.
But how can it go into costumes?
That's not
because they're still
behind the scenes. They
costume is a seamstress.
They got those
wardrobe.
They got motion capsules on. You know what I'm saying? What the hell is it?
Listen,
That's just stupid. That's
they're
stupid.
still, even though it's CGI, they're still designing costumes.
No, that ain't got a fast mustard with me, bro.
Yeah, I can't mess with that.
No seamstress was involved.
That once again, that goes to me to visual effects, not no damn costume design. That goes to visual effects. And
listen, I agree with y'all, but it's the same thing with me with architecture and them designing worlds and building certain backgrounds, using AutoCAD or whatever they use, or Bryce or whatever they use to design those.
They're using programs. So I'll say this: best casting, I think, is gonna go to one battle after another.
Absolutely.
That had a
that cast cannot lose. Look at the lineup, guys. That's all I'm gonna say. Look at the lineup. Just read the first 5 on the first 6 on the call sheet. The first.
Say that again, Bruce. Say that again.
Read the first 6 on the call sheet for next battle after that. And there's no way. There's no way that someone's gonna beat them as far as casting. Not gonna happen.
No, not at all.
I just can't see that not happening. But at the end of the day, we'll see where it goes, man. I'm gonna predict. All y'all put your predictions, and I'm gonna pretty much wrap the show up with my prediction. And I'm gonna say, I think Bruce, you said 7, right?
I say 7.
You said 7. Ralph said 7. Kev said he wants to say 6, but his brain is telling him 3. His heart is telling him 6.
Let's give him 5. Let's give him 5.
Let's meet in the middle and say 5.
5. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Kev, I hope you gave him the visual effects. You bet you actually counted, did you? I bet you actually counted though, did you?
No, I didn't.
But you didn't count it, did you?
Now look.
I
had to go look. I had to go
look it up.
But I had to go look it up while you guys are talking. So yes, The Phantom Menace, Star Wars Episode 1, which is all digital, did not win the Oscar. Not win the Oscar for best visual effects. They got beat by The Matrix. Attack of the Clones.
Rightly so. Rightly so. Rightly so.
Attack of the Clones got beat by by the Two Towers. Right.
Rightly so.
Rightly so.
And the third one.
Rightly so.
And the third one didn't even get a nomination for best visual effects.
Okay.
Well, but what's your point?
But what's your point? My point
is
that
all you guys say Avatar, it's gotta be Avatar. No, don't.
No. What I'm saying is, you're talking about
the competition.
You're talking about stuff, but look at what their competition was.
Look at
their competition as opposed. Is there a Matrix in this year's competition?
No.
Is there anything in here that has
nothing remotely? There's nothing remotely close to the level of visual effects in any of the nominees. Nothing.
Right. And remember at that point too, the Matrix was new technology.
Yeah,
it was new technology.
Yeah, and it should have won, rightfully so.
But the Avatar is now old technology. There's nothing revolutionary about it anymore. I'm telling you, F1.
Well, he's improving upon the technology, which is the sad part about it.
It looked the same to me. I saw Avatar. Sorry, man. It looked the same to me, and you started coming with the same story.
So listen, Wes. So what are we doing?
It's still wait, hold up, Bruce. It's still Fern. It's still Fern Gully, right?
Yeah. Oh my God, man! It's Fern. I'm gonna be honest with you. Really, it's Fern Gully plus Avatar 2, because the end of the Avatar 3 is nearly almost the same thing as at the end of the Avatar 2. I was like, what, man? What?
Yeah.
What's going on here?
What was you about to say, Bruce?
I was gonna say, so whoever comes closest. No, you got to hit it on the head as far as the winners of the Oscars is lunch. Who's in?
I'll say this. The reason why I say that
I'll get it on that bet.
That is the only thing they will win for the night. That's why.
What'd you say? What'd you say, Wes?
The reason why I say Avatar wins best visual effects, because I believe that will be the only thing.
Only thing that they win for the night.
Only thing. What else is it gonna win?
Yeah.
It ain't winning best picture, and I don't even know if it's nominated, but
it ain't even nominated.
It's gonna win one. It's gonna win one, and rightfully so. Take your award and go sit down. That's it.
Yeah. So, if it gets that'll be the one for the night. It's not getting. It should not get no costume design. That's crazy.
Costume
that is even in it.
I'm sorry that's even in the.
Yeah,
talking.
It shouldn't even be in there. I say Avatar just because I think that's the only thing that's gonna win for the night.
Yeah.
F1, like I said, F1 definitely obviously had visual effects, but I think it'll win sound. I think it's definitely.
Definitely
nobody's coming. Nobody's coming close.
Possibly editing. Possibly film editing. Possibly.
Yeah,
it was edited very well.
It was wonderful.
But
it was a wonderful.
I wouldn't be surprised if Sinners got it just from that scene alone in the juke joint. I wouldn't be surprised if Sinners.
I don't think it's gonna win editing.
No.
I'm gonna say F1 on the editing, bro.
Yes. I mean, you have to understand the fadeaways, just the fadeaways alone of them riding around the track.
It's not
even close. Upset. Here's my upset. Ready?
It's not even close. F1 is a lot.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Here's my upset, bro. Here's my upset.
What's your upset?
I'm gonna say it. Marty Supreme.
Oh,
that's my upset on the editing.
Hell no.
No, bro. That it ain't easy. That ping pong shit. They doing that shit is
they
not
did it in Forrest Gump.
To edit. Yeah, it's not easy to edit. Yeah, Forrest Gump through the whole movie.
No, I'm saying they did the whole ping pong editing in Forrest Gump 20 years ago. Just saying.
Hell, what was that? Balls of Fury? Same thing? Wasn't that Balls of Fury?
That's my sleeper. That's all I'm saying. That's my sleeper.
No.
Wes, how many do you say for Sinners?
Oh, I said I didn't say actually. I'm gonna say my heart is telling me more, but I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say 6. I'm gonna say they
So
come
Wes,
away with
you have 6, and Ralph, what do you say?
I said 7.
7. Trust me, I hope they win more, but I'm.
Yeah, y'all forcing me to say 5.
Is that because you're gonna give them visual?
Yeah, you gotta give them visual effects. Hey, listen,
Don't
let me
die
go
on
on
that
record.
hill.
Let me go on record and say that I'd be happy if Sinners won all of these categories that y'all saying y'all think it go win. I just don't think they deserve to win visual effects over these particular films.
They're
Not
not gonna
saying
win
that
visual effects.
wasn't great. It was
And
great.
they're not winning. They're not winning audio. They're not.
No, that's F1.
That's
Because it's
F1.
already.
Sounds
Listen,
got to be
I
F1.
tell you guys, they gotta spread the wealth. It's already got to win for best score and best song. It's already got that. It's not going to get audio. It's not going to do it.
Yeah, it's not gonna get
I
They
mean,
got to
it's
spread the
gonna
wealth
win.
as
It's
much as
gonna win.
possible.
It's gonna win best song just
Yes.
from that scene of him singing in the car when when what's his face.
Hey, you know what? I ain't all that convinced it's going to be the best song because of that K-pop demon thing in there. I'm not that
Oh
convinced
damn!
anymore.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I mean that now it's like a toss up now.
Oh, K-pop Demon Hunter. Oh,
Yeah,
you know what?
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's a toss
yeah.
up.
That might be a problem. That might be a problem.
Yeah.
That would be the one that would take it out if anything else.
Yeah. I mean that one. That's
Yeah.
almost 2 billion gross, right?
I mean,
yeah.
And see, and that's where you could say F you to Cameron, because that's exactly why he had Miley Cyrus doing the song, thinking, oh well, we'll put Miley Cyrus in, we're gonna get an Oscar nomination. Nope.
Didn't get it. But
nope.
I'll say this, man,
and that's only because Miley
they might
Cyrus.
burn that theater down, bro.
Miley Cyrus is the wrong
Black folks
pick.
burn that theater down if I lied to you, don't win.
If they don't get best song, there's gonna be some consequences
Listen,
and repercussions.
let me tell you something.
Yeah.
They already standing outside right now with the gasoline ready.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that, and I'll say this before we go. They got best original score. Hamnet. I mean, not Hamnet. One battle after another. I hated that score from one battle after another.
That score, yeah, that was.
That shit sucked. Come on, yo.
And now for nothing,
like
one battle after another. One battle after another, I do like it, but the whole thing, and that's why people saying it had the greatest car chase ever in history of film. I was like, no.
That shit sucked, and it took too long, bro. It took 5 hours to tell that damn story.
Yeah,
I felt like I was on. I feel like I was on like the roller coaster at Bullcraft somewhere, like going up and down, up and down.
I told Wes before he saw it. I said that scene took 15 minutes, and it could have taken 3. Get the hell out of here with that.
No. That scene needed to take 15 minutes. I will agree with them for that, but it's not the best car chase scene ever.
Never.
Listen, the best car chase. Let me tell you something.
Same distance for 15 minutes.
Exactly.
The best.
He couldn't close in. I'm saying.
He was driving a Honda. Come on.
No, but
that's even worse. He driving a Honda. They driving like a Ford or something.
It was a Honda. It was a Honda, a souped up Honda, a Hellcat,
and a Hellcat.
A Hellcat.
Nah, that was too much.
Hellcat he wasn't catching.
He took too long with those shots, man. It's like, come on. I loved how it ended and stuff like that. That was great. How the setup was, but you didn't have to go that long.
Let me ask you guys one question, and I'll leave it here.
Yeah.
How long did it take about the goddamn password? Was that 30 minutes or was that?
Funny. I'm sorry, that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
It was funny, but
after a while it wasn't funny anymore because I could take it. I could have taken 2 bathroom breaks and got some Skittles, and it still would have been trying to get the password.
Some other
I
damn
agree.
Yo,
cat.
but it was hilarious
It was hilarious.
when he finally spoke to a supervisor.
He
That
asked for
was
supervisor. The fact that he
Oh,
asked for
did anybody see Tiana Saturday night on Saturday Live?
yeah, I saw a clip.
Yeah,
I
I
saw the
loved it
clip.
with the one battle after another action figures. I was up here
yeah.
rolling.
Yeah,
When-
I saw
She-
a couple clips of
Tiana's
that.
doing a thing, and I actually liked her in the Rip too. I just watched the Rip. Me and Bruce
Hmm
talked about that off camera. The Rip was actually pretty cool.
It was
Man.
well done.
It was
The
well
rip,
done,
the rip was well done.
See
and
what
I
happens
love.
when you
was
get out
really
them
well
Tyler Perry
done.
movies. But see what
Kev, you
happens
saw
when you
it?
get out them Tyler Perry movies.
Tyler Perry. What?
Talk about
I said,
Tiana Taylor.
see what happens when you get out them Tyler Perry movies. See what happens. See?
Get into some movies, and I'll say this about the Rip. I love the groundbreaking deal that Ben Affleck and Matt Damon did
Matt Damon did, yeah.
to getting the cast and crew get performance based incentives.
That's great.
No one's ever done that with streaming. They're trying to make it where streaming is more like television, where you can get residuals.
Well, they've always been groundbreaking. Didn't they do the Green Light
Yeah.
project?
Yeah, Project Greenlight. Yeah.
So
Project Greenlight, yeah.
they're always. I like that about them because they're always forward thinking on the art of filmmaking.
Yeah, exactly.
And I
So
like
I
that.
give him. I give him that. So we'll see. So we got you wrote down everybody's pick, and we'll see who gets close to what they get.
Kev,
Kev,
Yeah.
if Sinners wins best what was we talking about? Best
visual.
Yeah. On February
I'm gonna
3rd.
buy you dinner wherever you want, bro.
Okay, he's gonna buy
Okay.
you dinner. There we said
I'm
it there.
on record.
If
I'm
they
on
win
record.
if they win it, they will buy. Like I said,
Wherever
man.
you
All right.
want.
All right.
Wherever you want.
All right. Yeah. And my limit is Outback Steakhouse because I'm on a granny budget.
No. I got dinner for you if Sinners wins for
No, he's telling his limit in case he loses.
No, don't even worry about that. This personally, because you standing on 10 toes with this shit. So
you deserve it if it wins.
you deserve it.
You deserve it.
You deserve it. Because everything
that's
I
funny.
said would be thrown out of the window.
Yep. Be thrown out the window.
Throw it out the window.
And like I said,
And what's your favorite book, Bruce, that you don't have?
Favorite book?
Yeah, that you don't have.
Well, if it's his favorite, he probably has it.
No, my
this-
favorite book that I don't have is Art of War. I don't have that book.
You don't have Art of War? Okay.
don't have
And mine will be Outback Steakhouse Limit dinner. and I will buy you Art of War.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
Kev, you got to give him the combo, the book and the movie.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
Yeah, I
what he
get the
said.
combo. I get the
Give him
combo plate.
give him the. Oh, you made the book and the movie. Oh,
And
Yeah,
the
I get the
movie.
combo plate.
And you want the movie Art of War too?
That's what I'm saying. Let
I
him
don't
get the
see-
the book and the movie.
I just want the book.
I don't see how the movie is relevant to that, but
No,
to the book. But
I just want
Art
the
of
book.
War.
no. Oh no, Ralph. He means the actual book Art of War by what's his face? By the
Sun Tzu.
Chinese
Sun
Sun Tzu. Yeah, Sun Tzu.
Yeah, Sun Tzu. Yeah, exactly.
The movie was different. The
I know,
movie was
I know,
good.
I was kidding with the movie.
I know.
Wait,
Yeah,
wait. What?
I'm gonna buy him a VHS
Wesley
of Wesley
Snipes.
Snipes. That's one of my
$3.
favorite. That's actually one of my favorite movies too.
Well, we wanna thank CC for coming on and talking and kicking it. She's funny, man. I this is my first time talking to her, but
Messy and funny.
Yeah, messy and funny. She liked me, but it was funny though, talking with her. But wish her nothing but the best, and I'll probably have her. I might bring her on one of the writer room shows, and we'll talk some more in-depth writing. Definitely thanks to everybody that came into the chat room. Shout out to everybody over there on Instagram. I'm looking at y'all.
And Heaven Hollywood, which he didn't have the nerve not to poke his head into the
Yeah,
show.
he did jump in, but he did come into the comments. Shout out to Heaven Hollywood. Shout out to everybody, man, that's doing their thing out there. It's hard to make a film. It's hard to complete a film, and it's even harder to actually release a film. So I give anyone credit who does that because it's not easy. So shout out to everybody doing their thing. Keep doing your thing, and
But
we'll
I'm
get
just a
at y'all.
kid.
I'm just a kid. Boom. That too movie was crazy. But anyway, we will get at y'all next time, man. Peace out, everybody.
All right, guys.
Deuces.
Yeah. 16 nominations didn't come from playing it safe. It came from courage. It came from story. And it came from a screenwriter that took the time to trust his audience. Sinners didn't just make Oscar history. It reminded us why great storytelling still matters. As always, leave your thoughts in the comment section. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends. For the Jedi Council, I am the director. And as we always say, you can love us, you can hate us, but don't ever forget about us. Good night.
Don't you forget about me.
Hey.